I've seen houses over the years, and this is not to be mean to anyone, but I've seen things and I'm thinking, and I even tell people, what was the situation when you bought that property? And they're like, oh my God, it was amazing. It's far out. Nah, nah, nah. And I'm like, it is amazing. But even people that are coming to me and say, oh, you know what? It's my last move. I'm retiring in Halifax. I
Yeah,
always say, you know what? Like you said, life happens.
it does. Hey, it's Hannah from Lepage Atlantic and the Pike Group, and today I have another colleague from Royal Lepage, Melanie Leblanc. And Mel, I'll just get you to introduce yourself, talk to me about how long you've been in the industry, and if you specialize in anything.
So thank you so much for having me, Sandra. So yeah, my name is Melanie Leblanc, and I was a military member posted in Halifax in 2006 from Kingston, Ontario. Um, so I've been since 2007. I've been specializing in the relocation move, military, RCMP, CBSA. They're not all the same, but the process is quite similar. What took me to do this actually was my last military move. So I got posted, like I said, here. We came on house hunting trip. I had a little list, like everybody has a list. I had a little, for real, I had a little list. Um, and the agent who took us was a sweet, sweet man, but didn't take charge of us at all, you know.
It's
So I was saying, I just want to have a safe place and I need as little carpet as possible because our son has asthma really bad. So, but I was back then sending listing from MLS to him, and I'm like, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to see that. I At that time I didn't set foot in Halifax in my entire life. I had no clue where I was going. So when we got here, the first day was spent going around to see the entire MLS list that I sent to him, which at the end, a lot of them were terrible,
yeah.
sad, terrible, full of carpet in areas that were not child friendly, if you will. We lucked out the last day. I ended up signing a new construction through another agent that I met with my agent, obviously, but through an agent that was representing a builder. We ended up building brand new, and knowing everything that I know today, we were actually very lucky. Everything turned out to be awesome. So when I went back, to Kingston, I thought to myself, you know what, there must be a way better than this to do military relocation or relocation in general, but the military one is very short most of the time. And I took my license in February or March 2007. And then I hit the ground running, and this is what
Oh,
I've been
wow.
doing ever.
So I feel that I'm seeing a difference with military moves this year. Have you experienced anything different this year with the military moves, like as opposed to, during our COVID years?
You know what? The difference I have right now, I think it's expectation.
Okay,
Okay.
talk to me about
What
that.
I see this year is expectation. And the reason I'm saying that is our COVID year, we HHTs were canceled at some point. Sometimes they were back and so on and so forth. That's fine. People knew that the market in Halifax was quite hot. So they were coming knowing that the market would be difficult, or they were buying like sight unseen and all that kind of jazz. I think what's happening this year is some people, because of the media and the raise of interest rate and everything like this, thought, okay, that's my chance. The market is crashing. I'm going to be able to buy something. I'm going to have a good deal. And as you know, this is not what's going on right now. So people have very high expectations. And I think that when they actually come here and know what they're competing against, like other people and stuff, it's kind of a hard go. So the people that are still thinking from the mindset we had last year, which is, you know what, it is what it is. If I like a nice house, I'm going to send my agent, do a virtual tour, whatever. And then I might, you know, end up buying sight unseen with a DIT a couple, you know, weeks down the road and all that kind of stuff. These people that are kind of open, if you will, lately I've seen have a lot of success.
And I would agree with you. So I know during COVID, budgets were typically, most moves were under 400,000.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
during
Yep.
COVID, you know, the budget started at 700.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing, we've been working with a couple of, you know, military moves ourselves. So some of them we have up to 850. But I would say a lot of them, okay, we're in the 400. But again, in that price point, you are competing. Now, are you are you recommending your members to come here and to house hunt, or to do virtually? I've been doing mine virtually, then come down during home inspection. What advice are you giving?
That's it. But that actually, I'm giving the same. I'm saying, you know what, let's keep your mind open. Let's work virtually for now to have, you know, as many choices as, you know, you can, and then you come for the home inspection and all that kind of stuff. But I noticed that some people, they're not interested at all. They want to come and they will wait to be here to see things.
But there just mightn't be anything on the market when they do come, which could be, you know, the unfortunate time. And I don't know about you, but I was speaking with another agent. She gave me a call and she said, you know, Sandra, like, I have military moves, you know, they're here now. And this whole 48-hour of holding offers is, it's you know, really hurting our members, because they need to buy now. They only have 5 days here. They can't wait. So I said, you know what? I have, you know, we had a bunch of listings that we're getting ready to put to market. And I said, look, I said, it's the price point you're looking for. And I said, you know, chances are our property would be competitively on the market. You know, have a look at it and put your best offer forward. So are you seeing that being a hurdle that, you know, your clients have to overcome with that whole 48-hour thing?
Absolutely, because, you know, some agents will be a bit, I'm saying agents, their client are being a bit more under, like, comprehensive of the entire process, if you will. But some people are very strict with their 48 hours. And like you said, they have 5 days. So if that property is the one that they really like and meets all their wants and needs and everything, and it's on the Wednesday and they're leaving on Friday morning, like, we're kind of running into a situation. So I think it's going to be quite of an issue this year again.
Yeah, I agree. But even though, like, at the end of COVID last year, you know, we were accepting, you know, preemptive offers.
Yes.
And I don't even think they're doing that now. It's why do you need 48 hours? Like, it's, you either want to sell your house or not. And I just don't, or set a time. Offers are due on Monday. And because you can get into 48 hours and the property's been on the market for 2 weeks. And
that's it.
Still requesting that, right? So apart from that hurdle that our military members will have to overcome, and we have low inventory, have you seen anything else this year?
Have I seen anything else this year? You know what? Nothing out of the ordinary, I would say. I find that things are, so let me give you an example. So a lot of, obviously, Eastern Passage is a prime military spot, okay? So I find that over the years, you put a house for sale in Eastern Passage, it's hit the market and it's gone, hit the market and it's gone. I find that this year, they're kind of stagnant there compared to other years. Nice house, well priced. You know, we have a bunch that were built like, what, 2-3 years ago, move-in ready, everything like that, that you would have expected them to go
just like that.
And this is not what's going on. they're just, it seems that people are taking a bit more their time
Yes.
on these house. But then I had 32 offers on another house that I had last week. So
No, it doesn't make
we're,
sense. I just firmed up on one yesterday, actually, in Eastern Passage. But you know, right now the hot spot here in town is Sackville. That's one of the fastest growing communities
yes.
that I'm seeing. So if you had to, you know, pick, you know, you're talking about when you're moving here, you had a list about where you wanted to live. If you had to
Yeah.
give advice on, you know, you're military, you're coming here, these are the best areas of town, where would you say they would be for, you know, what are your opinion?
So I always ask two questions. First of all is, how long do you think you're going to be here for?
Mhm.
And the second one is, do you like people or not? And I'm joking about that, okay, because it's true. If
Yep.
they're like, no, I don't like people, I'm like, okay, so that means you need property. We'll take you on the, let's say, Middle Sackville or Hammonds Plains or Fall River, or places where you're not really, you're close to neighbors, but you're not that close. If they're like, no, I really need to be on a bus route, and you know, I need to walk my kids to school and stuff, then I would do the Cole Harbor, Eastern Passage. Some people don't want to go to Eastern Passage because it's like, technically it's a lot of military people. So some people that are military really like the, you know, their friends and their, you know, colleagues and stuff like this. It doesn't mean that they really want to live in a street that everybody is wearing a uniform to go to work. So this is why I'm trying to understand what the goal is for them right from the get-go. And resale for me has always been a big deal, because I know what it's like to be stuck with a property when they're like, okay, your COS date is in 90 days and your house is there and you've done everything you could, but you bought something back then that, you know, not, it suits you and your family, but not necessarily a lot of people otherwise, then you're stuck with it. And I know how it can feel, and it's
Oh,
not good.
I agree. And I think that would have happened a lot during COVID, that people just would have bought whatever. And
Exactly.
it doesn't matter when you're buying, but everything that you purchase, you're always going to sell it. Life changes, like moves,
Exactly.
you know, divorce, death, whatever.
Family. Yeah.
Yeah, and every house should, and I'm so glad you say that. That you know, that is, it's nice to hear that, because it's not just about, even if, and I tell, you probably do the same with different words, but even if I am, I just don't want to be someone's one-hit wonder. And even if I'm not the agent when you go to sell, I don't want you to have a bad sale. Like the house has to be marketable. So it's so refreshing to hear that. So
Yeah,
thank
it
you.
is.
I think it's so
It's
important.
I've seen houses over the years, and this is not to be mean to anyone, but I've seen things and I'm thinking, and I even tell people, what was the situation when you bought that property? And they're like, oh my God, it was amazing. It's far out. Nah, nah, nah. And I'm like, it is amazing. But even people that are coming to me and say, oh, you know what? It's my last move. I'm retiring in Halifax. I
Yeah,
always say, you know what? Like you said, life happens.
it does.
Your kids are gonna move out, you're gonna have 10 kids, gonna, you know, and they're like, no, my kids are out, I'm never gonna have any more. But you know what I mean? Like the life happens is truly, it's true. You
Yeah.
don't want to be stuck with a house that nobody likes but you.
No, and everybody liked whatever during COVID, but now you see, you know, you list a lot of homes the same way I do. You're seeing that buyers aren't just going to one, they're going to 10.
Exactly.
And so
And they're taking more time to actually think about it.
absolutely. We're
Yeah.
back to 2019.
That's it. That's it. Whereas it's busy, but people are not just gonna throw cash at whatever, just take my money and what happened. You do the pre-close, the house is on fire. They're like, doesn't matter, we'll close anyways.
I hear you. Melanie, if people wanted to get in touch with you, how can they?
They can actually get onto my website at yourmoveinhalifax.com or by phone at 902-830-4093.
Well, thank you for taking time out today. I appreciate
My God,
it.
you're welcome. I like talking to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.